The entire National Park Service has made a commitment to becoming greener in the way that we do business and the way that we serve visitors. We're looking for ways to make sure that our visitors understand that it's important to us to be environmentally responsible. Yellowstone is the world's first national park. We see in excess of 3 million visitors a year here. It's a great place to see all kinds of hot springs and geysers. And then there's the wildlife. Yellowstone is a great place to come and see animals.
The Blue Ridge Parkway is a rural motor road in the states of Virginia and North Carolina, 469 miles long, and is one of the most heavily visited sites in the National Park Service.
Mammoth Cave was established as a national park in 1941. We think the first tours began in 1816, so we're approaching our 200th anniversary of cave tours here. It's a beautiful place, underground and above ground too, almost like two parks in one.
We talk a lot about the importance of protecting special places like this park. What better way to do that than to use alternative energy vehicles?
We use our propane-powered mower mainly on Upper Mammoth, on Esplanade Islands, on the parade grounds, and the lawns around Officers Row. The propane-powered mower was a surprise in how much power it had with the tractor.
Propane is expanding as a fuel in so many different mechanical devices. It offers us an opportunity to replace aging pieces of equipment with a cleaner, greener fuel source.
This winter, we actually had some lines go down over there connected to our park store at West Thumb. We were looking for a more sustainable and clean solution, and the propane generator that we have out there is going to really help us address those power needs.
There are so many things that we can do to be a greener agency, and by doing so help encourage our visitors to find ways in their own lives to be more ecologically responsible.
We've been trying to do something more creative with propane for a number of years, but just recently that the partnership with PERC has come to fruition, and it's really provided the park with a good benefit in terms of how we can viably make an alternate fuel source like propane work for us to meet our national mandates. Here at the Parkway, we're using propane as an alternate fuel for our vehicles, for our heating systems, our backup generation systems, and our equipment.
The Blue Ridge Parkway, with its 469 miles, has one of the largest manicured lawns in the Park Service. We are using propane mowers because they're smaller footprint, and they can do what we call trim mowing around fencing, buildings, intersections, and some of our more compact areas inside our developed areas. Propane-powered equipment doesn't require as much maintenance due to the fact that it burns cleaner. We don't have to change the oil as often. We don't work on carburetors as often. Because of the efficiency, machines require less of my mechanic's time.
It's a matter of having a fuel source that is cleaner burning and allows us to meet the national mandate for decrease of energy consumption and decrease of the carbon footprint.
Air quality at Mammoth Cave is a concern to us. Our visibility is bad when haze is a problem. That haze comes from particulate matter in the air. So one thing that we've done is change to alternative fuels.
We've been using propane in our equipment here since 2002. And I can tell you that the performance of the equipment, of our buses, of our mowers, of our generators, has been as good or better than some of the rest of our equipment in our fleet. And now we're using it in our mowing equipment and in our pickup trucks.
Through the Kentucky Clean Fuels Coalition and Clean Cities, which is part of the Department of Energy, Mammoth Cave National Park first was introduced to PERC, a great fit and a great opportunity to bring propane vehicles to the park. The park was given 3 propane mowers, and they're small and very maneuverable, so we'll be using those in the visitor center area, in the campgrounds, and also in the cemeteries that we mow. The fleet of buses that we use to carry people from the visitor center out to outlying cave entrances, the whole fleet runs on propane.
Those vehicles are an important part of our overall environmental program here at Mammoth Cave. One of our major goals here at Mammoth Cave is to reduce our carbon footprint. So I really believe it's a good mixture for us. It meets our budget goals, and it also meets our environmental goals.
What we're doing here is a good demonstration that something different can be done.